Well, this is going to be a short, faceless video about what you can put in a Balikbayan box. Now that sounds a bit silly, but I've seen some videos where people have sent over things which to me were quite ridiculous. But again, it depends on the needs of the family overseas. What do you put in a Balikbayan box? Well, how long is a piece of string? Basically, it's what they need over there and what's not illegal. Now, by illegal, I don't mean a sick bird, okay, sorry about the joke, but this is from the Philippine Embassy website, and it lists all the things that they will not allow. And it's basically common sense, like weapons, drugs, toy guns, garlic, onions, believe it or not, large amounts of coffee, drug equipment, pornography, or material that could be used to incite revolution, etc. It's just common sense. Again, what you do send over there will depend on the family over there. If you've got a family of older people, they will probably prefer things like cosmetics, food, treats and stuff like that. If you've got a lot of young kids over there, they will appreciate toys, candies and maybe clothes. If they're school-age kids, you can subtly educate them by sending over picture books. Now this is some of the things that we send over. They love coffee over there. We will alternate between two types. That one is a bit more expensive, but occasionally you get it on special, and it's the same price as the other coffee. The advantage of this is you've got a nice big jar which is sealed, and of course over there they can use it to keep the ants out of the other food, or as my wife does, she makes ginnamus. Now don't ask me about that, I don't like it. It's something to do with fish, and that's all I'm going to say about it. This is the Australian version of coffee. The prices are the same. This one here has about 55 grams more. Now we'll send that one over. The tin can be useful, believe it or not, on Old Souls Day, when they'll just cut the lid out, they'll paint it and put flowers in it and leave it on someone's gravesite. So the tins are useful there too. Another useful thing that they love over there is Nutella. They'll go through that left, right and centre. Also, we send over Milo. It encourages the kids to drink milk. Also disguises the flavour of the powdered milk. We send over lots of powdered milk. Before we do so, we reduce the size of the pack. Now this is a packet of brown sugar. As you can see, it's wrapped in plastic, and what happened is Nanny has punched a small hole in it, and then she squished all the air out of it, and then put a bit of tape over the hole, and that's reduced the size of the pack by at least that much. Now with powdered milk you can actually reduce it by more than a third, which actually saves space. Another thing that they love over there, they seem to go mad over, believe it or not, is baked beans. They'll add it to anything. Our family seems to be hooked on it. I don't know whether it's a strange fetish or not, but they love their baked beans over there. We get this brand from Aldi. You can get other cheaper brands, but we find that they have more water than beans in them. These ones are consistent in volume. It's a 4-pack there, and when on a special they're quite cheap. Of course you get the tinned ham. We always buy one for ourselves, and we buy a spare one to put in the pack. That's always welcome over there. As is the old favourite corned beef. They seem to love that and add it to anything. Another thing they like are these cup of soups. Now there's potato and bacon, half the family over there love that, and also the tomato. Now they use the tomato to flavour anything. They'll add it to their cooking. Well, that's the type of food things you can send over there, plus the usual candies and lollies. Packets of soap. I haven't got any here to show you because Ding has just finished packing up a bag and she's sealed it up, so I've got nothing to show you regarding that. But they're packs of 5 and they're about $1.50 from Aldi. And they're only plain, but they love them over there. Now this is something also we sent over there. This is ours, but we sent at least 3 or 4 of these over here. It's a LED battery operated lamp. As you can see, it's quite bright too. Very handy when you've got brownouts or typhoons. Now a lot of the things we send over there, they'll put spare things in what they call an evacuation house. Now I'll talk about that later on, but basically an evacuation house is a small, low-profile house that the family has built in a sheltered area of the village, where they know it's safe, where it's above flood level, where it's protected from the winds and possibly from landslips, and it's big enough to hold about 15 people, and it's got room for beds to go in as well. And they'll stack things, spare things like this in there in case there's either a typhoon or earthquake or something and they have to evacuate the village. But more about that later on. Other things you can put in there: clothing, a lot of the stuff we get is the OK from the local markets. Occasionally you get places like Kmart and Target will have a big sale of out of stock items, and you can get them very cheap. And when you can get t-shirts and kids clothes for about $2 to $3 each, that's a bargain you can't resist. Anyway, that's an idea of what we send over there. We've got the usual kids fluffy toys. Make sure when you send kids toys over there they don't have the polystyrene beads inside them, because the kids can choke on them. And make sure they also don't contain plant seeds. You know, some of them use buckwheat, etc. They mightn't be allowed through customs. We don't send anything over there like guns, toy guns that is, or water pistols. But what we can do is we collect old coloured pencils, and we cut them all off to the same length, sharpen them. The kids love them over there for colouring in. And we also send over school supplies as well. Anyway, that's all this little video is about. And I think I'll leave it at that. Maybe send you another one up later on in the week. Okay, goodbye for now.